Hello everyone, this is Zorn, and today we are back on this same map, something Ravine, I forget the name. This is a red map. It's very short distance. Basically, I have spawned as the blue Terran, and I am fighting the red Protoss. In the last video, I talked about how I was kind of interested in, when you're playing Terran on this map, to immediately lift off and land in the high yield zone. And this is a map in which we do this, so we'll get this thing started. And let's do faster, just to speed things up a little bit from the flying zone. My opponent here basically starts off pretty standard. They're just going to make some probes, la-di-da-da, drop a pylon. They're at 9 of 10, so they're basically getting a little bit of a head start because they basically can start building. They can start generating new probes while I'm just landing. But it's not like a huge head start. Honestly, I think it's totally worth it to do this if you're Terran. So I immediately start walling off my little area here. I don't suspect that they are going to scout me here, and in fact they do not. So it really went well. So we have two supply depots. We have a bunker in production. Once that bunker comes up, I do go to an orbital command center. We've got some gas starting to go up. We're only going to do one gas for the immediate future, and then we have another barracks going up. So basically the idea of this play was to generate just mass Marines, give them a little bit of weapons armor upgrade, and just rush the base. Oh, excuse me. Worked very well. And right here I'm doing a little barracks, or not barracks, a bunker. Just in case they do come back. Bunkers are kind of nice. Bunkers will give you basically plus to range for the units inside, so they'll get a little bit extra, shooting distance. Plus, in this, plus they can't be injured obviously when they're in the bunker. So kind of helps you out with health-wise. My thought here with my two barracks, basically I was going to generate Marines with one, while I was producing the tech lab on the other. Now, right now they're both producing Marines. This one is going to generate a reactor, and then when this reactor is done, I'm going to do a reactor on this one. I've seen a lot of people do mix, like they'll do a tech lab, and you can throw in 2 or 3 Marauders in there. Marauders with the shell upgrade is really nice because it slows units. It's particularly good against buildings. I kind of went this way just because it's simpler. Marines don't cost any gas. The only reason I'm mining gas to begin with is for some building upgrades. Like I produce in a short little bit, I produce engineering, or actually it's already up, engineering bay, and then later a factory to make a tank or two, which I don't actually need. So let's look at the units here. I'm up to 4 Marines. I've got 16 SCVs. They've got 14 probes and 1 stalker. That's actually really kind of low. So they got these probes. They have some pylons scattered around the thing. They've got a forge. They've got 2 gateways. Mainly going stalkers. A little gas-intensive stalkers, but kind of nice. No weapons upgrades or anything yet. Just building some stalkers, and kind of quiet on the front. They got 1 gas up, being used optimally, and no gas on the second geyser. Back at my camp, we've got some more supply depots going down for the supply limit. Get me back up. I'm actually supply blocked right now, which is awful. Don't want that. So anyway, alright, we have our 2 reactors up. So this basically means that these barracks can produce 2 Marines at the same time. Unfortunately, because we are supply blocked, they are producing none. Oh, there they go. Got some energy here. Hopefully I realize to use the mule soon, because mules on particularly the high yield are just like crazy good. But in an engineering bay, we are researching improved infantry weapons and improved infantry armor, which is awesome considering we're going to be massing Marines. And in the factory, we're preparing to build tanks later, but we don't actually need them because the Marines dominate. So I've got, let's see, I'm up to 15 Marines. They've only got 5 stalkers. And I don't macro these Marines particularly well because the Stalkers do kind of blockade me on the ramp. Okay, so here we go. We've got 17 Marines out. And what I do is basically I just load up these barracks to just generate tons of reserves, tons of backup. And so when I actually charge into the camp, even if I lose a few, more are going to follow me in. So here we go. They're going to go up the ramp. They do have a cannon up here, which cannons are great. For smaller armies, they will repel a lot of people. Like right there, the cannon 3-shots a Marine. But there's just too many Marines to stop with one cannon. Kind of interesting that the Marines actually get range on the bottom of the ramp up to these Stalkers. Particularly, what I should have been doing is kind of, noticing if a Marine's low on health and actually pulling them out of the group. So that way the Stalkers don't actually kill them. It doesn't turn out to be a real problem because once there, I got all the Stalkers down. And, when the Stalkers are generating out of the gate, one by one, it's pretty easy to kill them. So at this point, it's pretty much GG. They're going to try to generate a couple more. This gate needs to go down. I'm sure this gate will go down. When you're doing an attack like this, if there's only one pylon powering a building, definitely go after the pylon rather than the building, just because it's so much faster. On that end, though, don't. I've been playing Protoss and had this happen where people will kill the pylon and then they'll move on. They'll actually leave the buildings up, and then later in the game, I'll come back, throw a pylon, repower up the building, and able to generate units from it again. So this is pretty much it. He's going to generate a bunch of cannons over there. I have no reason why. I guess just stupidity test. Just spin this thing out. This thing is going to be over. But Mass Marines are very cool. It was very. This high yield is just freaking awesome. Tons of energy, and considering Marines are so cheap, I mean, 50 minerals, 1 food, 25 seconds to generate them. I mean, you can come out with a lot of Marines in this map. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, and I will have more soon, and thanks a lot. Oh, and before we go, just talk a little bit about movies in the beta. The beta will end on May 31st, so these movies may not go on for too much longer. But hopefully I can do a couple recordings before the end date and maybe publish throughout the June. They said the beta's going to reopen about they said a few weeks before release, and release is like end of July, so maybe early July, which would be great. So anyway, I'll have more to share on StarCraft 2 soon, and thanks for watching.